This conference will now be
All right, good day,
recorded.
everyone. I am Steve Szymanski on behalf of Wealth Foundations Northwest. I'd like to welcome you all to the weekly prepper, getting you ready for the week of May 4th in the markets. Happy to be here with all of you. Please reach out to me if I can be of service to you in any way, shape, or form. Just a quick reminder, your trades are yours, not ours. We don't act as advisors in any way, shape, or form. Trading does, in fact, involve risk. So, plan on doing a normal schedule as far as the eye can see. I am done in the near term with my travels, so that's good, and so I'll be around doing my thing. Um, Keeping an eye on the seasonality. Who knows what's going to happen here? We're at all-time highs. Doesn't look like we're slowing down here, but Friday did end on a little bit of a sour note, so we'll see. We're now into May. If I were to adjust this slightly, so we've had this big run up. We're still strong, and um, yeah. So what this shows is basically flat to slightly up, I guess, for the next week or so, and then boom. So watch out for a mid-month swoon if this seasonality should happen to hold. But it doesn't look like the worst month in the world. Point to point looks pretty flat. But I would expect we're going to have our ups and downs here in this month anyway. And some of that could be news driven as well. The FOMC is not driving the news right now. They did not change the rates. No one expected them to change the rates. No one still expects them really to change the rates, and nothing was said to make them think otherwise. And Jumpin' Jerome Powell still hanging around. So, and it's also status quo with Iran. So no big news. Over the weekend, after the markets closed on Friday, Trump said that he's got a new proposal from Iran, but didn't act like it was going to be any hot shakes. Tried to keep the expectations low. Who knows? So good earnings for Google, Eli Lilly, Caterpillar, Qualcomm, and Amazon. So mostly the earnings have been pretty good. Meta got a little bit of a beat down. They came out with poor performance, and it reflected in their stock. They haven't been doing terribly well lately anyway. But they're a rare exception because tech has been leading things a little bit. Oil has been pretty choppy, but still holding above $100 per barrel, but did pull back a few dollars on Friday as well. So GDP grew 2%. I told you, folks, keep an eye on the economy. As long as the economy is growing, as long as the economy is positive, then we'll be okay. The markets will be okay. GDP grew at 2%, so solid growth. Not amazing, not great, but solid growth given that the challenges that we have. Core PCE came in as expected. That's the key benchmark that the Fed uses regarding inflation. So no big whoop there. So and then the 10-year yield is still holding. It's up a little bit, but still holding below 4.5. And so yeah, that's a little bit high, folks. But above 4.5 would be even worse. So status quo a little bit on the yields as well. So the markets were all up this past week a little bit, not a lot. Gave they would have been up more. They gave some back on Friday. Gold is down slightly. Oil up 6.63%. That's 2 weeks in a row that oil's been up quite a bit overall. Bitcoin, it's kind of holding pattern. Bitcoin it started to look promising, then just kind of held there for a minute. Maybe it needs to just kind of digest that little gap up that it had before it can move forward. Materials down, but everything else was up. Energy was the strongest sector again. It's notable that the weighted sectors were all up. So the weighted sectors were up pretty well too. So healthcare did well, financials did well, and of course technology did well. So that is enough to keep the markets strong. So I saw some statistic that's saying that the XLK stocks, the tech stocks, are now over 1/3 of the S&P, over 1/3 of the S&P. So that's a big deal. And so it's important when I'll show you the heat map in a second, but you can see technology had a big day. Has done was just okay for the last week, but really had a big 1 day performance. And for the last a month, technology has been strong. So had a not great over the last week overall, but over the last month, technology's been very strong. Communications been very strong too. So here's the weekly heat map. I think this is the weekly. I think it's the weekly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be the weekly. Maybe I forgot to turn it into weekly. Let me make sure of that. 'Cause I hate to say something is something and then have it not be. Okay, let me compare. Let's just take a second. Finviz.com. Go to, this is where you find it, finviz.com. Go to the 1 week performance. Aha. Yeah, it is a little bit different. So I'm glad I made that update. So here's the 1 week performance that matters more than the daily performance. You can see NVIDIA definitely had a little bit of a pullback here, but most of semi's been solid. Most of the big tech has been solid. Amazon, Tesla, Google. So this big rectangle here, with an exception, a little bit of an exception from Microsoft. A couple of very specific parts of semiconductor. This is semiconductor equipment in here. I know Applied Materials is. Um, and but little pockets of strength here in energy, couple of good solid runs in healthcare. You can see the financials holding up still pretty well. JPM, Visa up 6%, so it must have done something right in its earnings. All right, so I just wanted to get the updated for the weekly heat map. Look ahead. Negative correlation between oil and markets is softening a little, but it's still there. And now we have to worry about markets being overly extended. And so we got through the FOMC week, so that's not new. But we do have two key earnings happening, and volatility continuing to moderate. Now, here's the possible market movers here. Nothing much on Monday. Job openings report on Tuesday. ADP jobs report. That might be the biggest thing that we have is Wednesday ADP jobs. Thursday is business as usual, but Friday is also the unemployment number. So we'll see if the unemployment number ticks up at all. Consumer sentiment, those types of things. But the key earnings this week coming are Palantir and Berkshire, AMD, Pfizer, Disney, and McDonald's are the key earnings coming up this week. So I expect that tech will stay strong, and consumer will stay strong, and financials will stay strong. We got to leave real estate there because it just hasn't quit. And more moderate camp is all these other things. And then, but the healthcare looks weak. I mean, we might even have a bear boing boing in healthcare, maybe. So let me take a peek at that. Let me pull up a chart here. And I want to look at XLV right now. Our GDX trade was good. XLV, yeah, this looks like a bear boing boing to me. I kind of want to take it. Let's look at that week finish on Friday. A lot of things finished weak on Friday, but this came right up to the 20 SMA and then pulled back. And see how it maintained this basic trend line resistance going here. So yeah, I'm gonna take a boing boing. Now I can't take anything this week, and I'll tell you why. But I would be willing to take a boing boing on XLV. And if we go, I'll tell you which one I would take if I could. I'm out of capital because I screwed up and got assigned again on something, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. It's just that it sucks up all my capital. So the June, I want to go June monthly. If I were to do a bear boing boing on XLV, I would take the June 25 to 35, probably somewhere in here. I would take, I like round numbers, so I'm thinking the 145 looks good. Yeah, I would take the 145 and maybe just do a couple of those. I'd do the 145 put to June monthly. 145 put to June monthly, but that's not an official trade because I don't have the capital to do it. All right, and so let's see what else we got here. So yeah, this is the earnings coming up, and so Palantir is going to be Monday. Pinterest in there, no big deal. PayPal, Shopify, Pfizer, AMD could be significant. Disney, yeah, there's these stocks that we mentioned. McDonald's here. So they're just kind of sprinkled throughout the week, but nothing huge like Apple or Google or something like that. Nothing earth shattering. Nvidia, it's going to all be about Nvidia earnings eventually. It's only a matter of time before we have that coming around, because Nvidia is something that's really capable of moving things a lot. I want to look at Nvidia, by the way. After that beatdown that it had there, I'm wondering if there's an opportunity there. I would love to be long Nvidia, but yeah, this looks like God's gift to boing boings right here, doesn't it? And I like that the candle, after that big down candle, it capitulated a little bit. It seems to be holding the 20. It's down back in this area. It's no longer super extended. I would take a bull boing boing in Nvidia. I would here, sure. And let me tell you which one. So even though I'm not taking these, I'm going to help you guys out. And I'd still go June monthly again. June monthly, and I would buy 35 to 45. This is a more expensive option, so I'd probably go cheaper if I can. Um, it's very liquid, so it doesn't really matter which one. I'm going to go, the cheapest one I can get is the 213 call out to June monthly. The 213 call out to June monthly, but you can take any of these. Take the 212, take the 210, all the way up to 205 or down to 205, depending on how you look at it. But I would just take the cheapest one and just do one contract. I'd take the 213. I'm going to write some of these down. So maybe when I get it, NVIDIA 613, and that would 618. I mean, is the expiry, and the strike is 213, and XLV. I said I would take. I can't remember now. I'll go back and look at it. Okay, so what else is going on here? That's it for the slides. So take that down. And let's go over our portfolio, shall we? Adobe. So by the way, our portfolio continues to outperform, really shining. We're up, let's see, we're up 47% year to date. What do you think of that? Over 47% return year to date annualized. That would be like doubling your money. That'd be like doubling your money. So we're only in May and we've gotten 47%. So that's like doubling your money in a year annualized. All right, that's pretty good. So May 8th, I have a short at 252.5 on Adobe. I think this was a pretty good timing on this, I think. So if we look at Adobe, see how it bounced here. And I think this is a nice little bottom feeder. This is a bottom feeder's bottom feeder. And it's getting pretty close to our short strike. We may need to roll it this week, depending on how this shakes out. 252.5 is our short, and we're long the 255 out to July, so we can be patient here, but we do need to keep that short out of the money. And where did we say Adobe is right now? Adobe currently is 250. Okay, we're still out of the money. We're okay. So 250.71. So we're getting close though. We're getting close to that high point, and we got to be ready to roll. If sometime this week here, we got to be ready. Probably just do it early to avoid the drama. Okay, because we don't want to get caught flat-footed. But it does look like it's starting to chill a little bit, so probably going to be okay on that. So there's Adobe. That's done. Bank of America. All right, we are long the 53 call, short the 56 call. This is one of those. It's a vertical. Don't ask me to do too much kind of trades, but I think we could probably take profit on this one now. BAC, probably take profit on this guy. Starting to capitulate a little bit here. So it's at 53. Looks a little soft, a little bit, not much. And so that's right at our short call. So current price is 53.24. Our short call still in the money, but not as much as it was. And so if we were to punch out right here, why is that not profitable? Did we have this as a cash flow trade? I'm not sure. This should be profitable. But if it was a cash flow trade, then this wouldn't reflect everything. I've got to try to remember that. 53. Oh, we're short the 56. Oh, okay. So our long just barely went in the money. And so we got to give this a little more time. Hey, we have time. We got a couple of weeks. Let's try to get a couple more bucks out of that. It looks okay. All right. CVX. This is a bear put. Okay, long the 185, short the 180. See how that's bearing for us, CVX. Yeah, this is short. We're wanting it to come down here. We have time for that. It looks like it's rolling over here, and I think we're okay. But we got to give that a little more time. It's got to cook still. Not done cooking on that CVX trade. IBIT. We are unencumbered on IBIT at the moment. Let that last short expire, or I closed it for cheap, I think. Now we got a nice bounce. And now we're up here at the top end of this Donchian channel here. And I think our next target is going to be near 46.5, 47. So we might as well sell that next one into that strength. And let's go ahead and do that. So let's sell the IBIT. Maybe go out to the 8th or so. We could go sooner, but let me just look at the 8th and sell the 46.5. Yeah, that's not paying that much. It's paying like 18 cents. So that's not too exciting. If we went 46, it would pay 26 cents. That's usually like my minimum, around 25. 40, I don't want to go any lower than 46. And I don't really want to go out much further. I want to stay flexible on this. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take it. You know, peanuts are filling. Let's go ahead and just keep cash flowing on this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and take that 46 strike out to Friday. So less than about a week. And I'm going to go ahead and sell. Yeah, I can just click that. So let's go IBIT 46 strike. Sell one contract. 46. Yeah, that's 45. I need the 46. 46 for 26. Yeah, that's fine. Review and send. Doesn't seem like a lot, but you keep doing that every week and it starts to make a difference. All right, here's where I screwed up. I let my short call get assigned. I thought I rolled it. Maybe I rolled, well, I got the long out to the 15th. I must not have rolled that. I thought I did. Maybe it didn't fill. That could be it. QQQ. Yeah, it just keeps going higher. Now what do I do about it? Okay, so now I'm short shares and I don't want to be short shares. So I think that's all I need to do is just close the short shares. I still have the long. The long is making bank. And I think we roll with it. We've already rolled it, so we're profitable here. I just have to put a trail stop. I want to put a trail stop on here. So I think there's a potential we could pull back a little bit, maybe intraday. I don't know. I'm going to trail stop this. And how tight do I want to be? I think 50 cents. I think 50 cents. And give it a little wiggle room, not much. But just see if it does happen to drop early, then we can maybe squeeze a little bit of money out of that guy. But if it doesn't, boom, we'll just get out immediately as soon as the market opens. So that's not a big deal. So we'll just close that short. and continue with the long. I'm still waiting for a big down day before I create a bull put spread out of this near worthless put. That'll eat up some margin too. So I got to close that short shares first, because you can see I don't have any I don't have any option buying power. That's why because of that. So that's why I'm not doing any new trades. Just showing you a couple ideas is all. But I'll have an earlier than usual trade lab, probably do it Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning is probably when I'll do the next trading lab. So we'll get to some new trades by then, no problem. All right, XLF is, we're long out to June and we're unencumbered right now. So XLF is doing pretty well. If we sold, I'd want to sell up near 53 or 54. Yeah, somewhere right around there, 53, 54. Let's see what we can get for that. And so we'll go to trade, XLF, and 54 call doesn't pay us much at all for Friday, a week from Friday. How does that look a week from Friday? For 53 call, pays like a quarter. I can't get excited about that yet, so I'm going to leg in a little bit and see if that can retrace at least for Friday's candle and get us rolling. That's all I got for now on behalf of Wealth Foundations Northwest. It's been my pleasure to have been your coach today. Good luck at trading, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.